Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. This is going to be the first deck profile, and it's one of my favorite decks that I've ever made. It's a Stardust Assault deck. This deck is made to control the meta, slows down your opponent, they can't do anything, you hit a lot of pluses with this. Basically, it just negates everything. That's his effect. 3,000 beats, and that's what it is. This deck is super competitive nowadays since zombies and Blackwings, I guess, whatever. They basically just swarm the field and attack. So when their little monsters can't do anything because their effects don't work, because I just tribute this guy and negate and destroy, they can't really do much. So 2 Stardust Assault, 1 Dark Arm Dragon, have 3 play the field. Simorgh, you have a wind and a dark, and you can special summon him. There's a lot of winds in this deck, so I decided to tech him in since he's also really good control in this deck. You have 1 Stratos to search out all your Destiny heroes. 2 Mallies, they're 6-star, and you can search them out. You can search each other out on the field, and then special synchro for a 2-star tuner to get your Stratos out after dumping him. He's pretty good. Diamond Dude, you can hit your D-draws, your assault teleports, your mind control, your brain control, and he just activates them without cost. And he D-draw target, allure target, 4-star. Plasma, more control if you can get him out. Most of the time I don't. I usually just use him as a D-draw target or an allure target. But when you get him out, he's pretty good, as he pretty much slows down the game so much for your opponent that you basically won already. There will have times where you're 3 on the field, but most of the time you're just going to want to discard him. Armageddon Knight dumps your Plague and your Mally, so that's why he's in here. Sangan and Mystic Tomato are the searchers. They search pretty much all the darks, the low-level darks in your deck, which you're pretty much going to need later on. Summoner Monk, just pitch a spell, and you got your 4-star tuner, which is, I'll show you later, but he's really good since you got an instant Stardust, and this deck mainly is focused on getting out Stardust as quickly as possible. And 2 Assault Beast, as they're 19 beat, 4-star, and they can search out your Assault mode activates when you need them, so pretty good. Here's the 4-star tuner, Mist Valley Soldier. They're 1700 beats, their effect is good, and they're wind type, and they're 4-starred. And you can't get any better than that since Simorgh, and his effect is pretty good, so you can just sync for Stardust really easy with this. 2 Krebons, you can use him to stall, you can allure him, E-tele target, or E-tele searchable target, and you mainly use him with Malicious and grab your Stardust. Plague, pitch him with Armageddon Knight, or discard him, and you got a 2-star tuner that's reborns himself if needed. Sometimes what I like to do is, if I have a Assault in my hand, or a Mally in my hand, and a Mally in the graveyard, I could top deck that Mally to special summon him, and then I can activate Mally's effect by removing him, special summon the one from the top of my deck. Same thing with Stardust Assault. You can do the same thing. He's definitely a good card in this deck. Magics, 2 Allure, mainly draw power in most meta today since everyone's running darks. Just draw 2, remove 1. Assault Teleport, when you have Assault mode in your hand, you can't use Assault mode activate, so you have to put it back in your deck with this, and you can draw 2. D-draw, ditch your Destiny heroes, draw 2. Malicious is a good target. Mindcon, Braincon, in a synchro deck, these 2 are very needed, as you can steal your opponent's monster and then synchro with it. Rhoda searches out your Armageddon Knight or your Stratos, and with Stratos you can just search out a D hero and then D-draw if need be. This is Emergency Teleport, is your Krebon Searcher. It's an instant special summon for your Malicious, or 4-star, then top deck for Plague or something like that. Gold Sarko, I use them with Simorgh, Dark Arm, or Assault Beast, depending on the situation. In 2 turns, the play can change a lot, and if you see that you're gonna dump some darks and some winds, then you're gonna want to search out your Simorgh, usually. 2 spot removal cards, Giant Trunade and Heavy Storm. Pretty stable. 2 Assault Mode activate to get out your 2 Stardust Assaults. Pretty much Tribute and Special Summon. Trap cards you can activate on your opponent's draw. 2 Bottomless. The staple in this format, you just destroy whatever your opponent summons. They're big monsters. Very hard on most decks nowadays, especially Hopeless Dragons. Just throwing that out there. A Solemn, counter trap, pay half your life points, negate something that's probably going to kill your Stardust Assault or mess you up to summon your Stardust Assault. So it's needed very much. Call, it can bring back synchro material monsters, so you can synchro again with them. And this Phoenix Wind Blast to pitch your your Plagues and Malies, so you can use them in the grave. So that's the deck. The extra deck, 2 Stardust Dragon, pretty much the main. You're gonna want to tribute them for assault. A Goyo, 6-star when you need to get it out, and then you can synchro with it later with a 2-star to get out your Stardust. And 1 Android because you have your Sangan in here, and sometimes you're going to want to synchro with it, just sometimes, and so the Android's there for that. So that's the deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. As soon as the break's over, we'll be posting a lot more stuff. We have tons more decks, we have trade binders, and we'll see what we can do. So thanks for checking this out, thanks for the shoutouts, and thanks for watching.